What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Well, today we got the CRX, and not working on it because we want to, because we have to. The indicator lever broke off. This is actually a pretty simple job. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. A basic socket set. You're gonna need some sort of puller to get the steering wheel itself off, and a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver. So let's get into it. Okay, so I don't know how many people actually have stock steering wheels. For CRXs, I've had one stock steering wheel. This one I'm going to start off by taking off, I'm guessing they're 8mm. They are. So next we're going to take off the hub, or the adapter. There's three 11mm bolts. Actually, scratch that. I don't think I need to take those off because I think those just hold the bell on the back. There's a big nut in the center. I'm hoping I don't need a puller because I do not have a puller. Chances are I'm going to need a puller. So the center nut is a 19. And we need a puller. Fuck. We'll be right back. Well, just ran out to my buddy's shop and got a puller that I hope is going to work. Well, we'll see. Well, it turns out I don't know what I'm doing, so let me show you. Thinking I need a puller because I don't know what I'm doing. So I realized I couldn't use a puller. I started taking out the 11mm bolts that I thought didn't do anything but hold the bell on, and turns out yeah, cool. Okay, now that the steering wheel is off, we have to remove this cover. So now there are two Phillips screws we're going to take out. It's video quality, but then there's a steel ring, like a snap ring kind of. We're going to take that off. It just kind of pulls apart and lets you get to the part that we need. It turns out I do need a puller, so just made another run uptown and got another puller. I also just pulled the whole assembly out of my other car, so good thing to have parts car. So let's see what we got to do. So what we got to do now is take the hub out. That's where the puller comes in handy. If you don't have a puller, most auto parts stores will let you rent one. Essentially, you pay for the full price of the tool, and then when you bring it back, you get your money back. And that really wasn't on there that tight. So next step, you need a Phillips. There's two screws, one top, one bottom. Notice there is a difference between an SI and a DX, and I will show you when I get this out. So take a flathead screwdriver, where it clips out, Be very careful because this is a 35-year-old car and 35-year-old plastic is not very forgiving, which is why this got snapped off. Okay, so on there, let me just get out and show you guys. And this doesn't make a difference. So this is the one I pulled out of my parts car. I'm guessing this is for the horn. So we'll just swap that piece over. Easy peasy. So on the SI, there's actually a rear wiper. I guess the DX does not have it. I've never had one with a working wiper on it. I've had my very first one. I cut the wiper off and I just filled in the hole. I don't like the look of the wiper. It's not very, I don't know, doesn't really do a whole lot. But I guess we are going to have an extra switch that we don't need, so oh well. What I could do is I could pull these assemblies apart, swap this lever over. Obviously, this one has, oops, this one actually has the plug for it. This just has a dummy. So we're going to go ahead, just throw this assembly in, call it good. So obviously it's going to be reverse steps. Make sure you don't lose your hardware. Go ahead. Slide this back over. My wheels are straight, right? They are straight. Plugs back in. Put your screws back in. So that should be all you have to do in there. Shouldn't be sliding my covers on yet because I haven't tested to make sure it works. Well, the car's been sitting broken in the barn for a while. Go ahead. Of course, my steering's locked. Okay, my bright's light up. My dims light up because they're LED and I can hear the fans right now. Don't know if I want to use the adapter that came out of this car or if I want to grab the one out of my other car. I kind of like the OEM, or the, I would assume this would be an expensive steering wheel. But the other one has a Momo adapter, like a real Momo. It's actually stamped. If you bring the steering wheel out, it would look ugly, but it would be more comfortable. My other options are, I want to get a deep dish. I think they look nice. I think I might go that route. I don't know. Beep beep. I guess we'll just put this back together the way it was and hope for the best. So you got your two screws that go up underneath. Okay, so the plastic doesn't screw into the plastic, it screws into the actual column. So you might have to look for that. I'm assuming the only thing that holds the top to the bottom is a steel ring that we took off. So keep that in mind. Don't lose parts, they're old. Put your steel ring back on there. Snapped in tight. That goes on your bell, then your hubba. And then the 11mm screws that I said do nothing. Don't listen to everything I say. But it's true, I've seen it on the internet. And I just realized I can't use the other hub if I want to use the steering wheel anyways, because this is a 5-bolt, and the one on my other car is a 6-bolt. Slowly coming back to me. I built that car 7-8 years ago. Built this one 6 years ago. Remember that time I told you don't lose your hardware? Yeah. This guy. Really? Part of me says these ain't even the right bolts anyways. They're essentially just for aligning. Don't forget your main nut. I have to walk back to the barn now because I did not bring all my tools back with me. That ain't going nowhere. And if it does, I better pray. None of this wiring really matters because I don't have a horn hooked up. Oh, I see. I see. That is why that's on there. It's got the two little cutouts for your wires so you don't pinch them, since your buttons are over here and not in the center. Makes sense. If I do find a 6-hole or a 5-hole steering wheel I like, I already got adapters for it. Good thing about having a parts car. I do plan on putting more time and money into this car next season, possibly over the winter. We'll see how things go. Obviously, everybody gets tired of projects after a while, which is why it's nice to have more than one. Don't listen to me for financial advice, because I'm not good at it. But when I do get around to this, I would like to do a bunch of performance stuff. Make it a fun little car. I've always dreamed about doing autocross. maybe I'll finally get around to doing it. Did Bump and Run 2 years ago, I want to say, with Diesel Kid's car that he built, or that we built together. That was a blast. I wish we had another car. Maybe next year I will get one. Don't know why these bolts are so dang long. Unnecessary though. Okay. Steering wheel's unlocked. Nice and crisp. Let's go look at the outside. So left signal. Oh yeah. Go around to the front. Perfect. Other side. Perfect. Turn our running lights on. Oh yeah. So Honda should have did this from the factory. They should have made these running lights in the bumper. They did not. So I ended up buying switchback bulbs. I can't remember what they were, but it was easy mod, and in my opinion looks pretty good. So that being said, this concludes another video. Hopefully it helped you guys out. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Turn it on.